It's too quiet. Let's call to order. Regular City Council meeting, December 2nd, 2025. It's at 6 p.m. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilman Warner.
Yeah.
Councilman Gleason. Councilwoman Leonard. Vice Mayor Langowski. Mayor O'Connor.
Present.
We have a quorum.
If you are able, please stand and join me for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America,
and to the republic
which stands
one nation
under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Be seated. Any additions, deletions, or modifications to the agenda? If not, I need a motion.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Gleason, second by Councilman Warner. Roll call. Councilman Warner.
Yeah.
Councilman Gleason.
Yeah.
Councilwoman Leonard. Vice Mayor Langowski. Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Public comments. This section of the agenda allows for comments from the public to speak. Each speaker will be given a total of 3 minutes to comment. The public comment card should have been completed every time the city clerk. When you're called to speak, please go to the podium and state your name and address for the record. All public comments will be noted and may receive a response. All follow-up will be handled by staff at a later time. Do we have any comment cards?
We actually have a comment card from our Vice Mayor Langowski.
Good evening, everyone. So one is just doing a brief presentation on behalf of the Education Advisory Board. Tonight we have our local principal from Golden Rose Elementary, Linda Edgecombe, here tonight to present a check on behalf of the mayor. And we also have Anita Kaplan, who serves as our chairman of the Education Advisory Board. I'm going to present that check to Golden Rose.
All right, guys, this check is only for $90. So let this be
I heard you were gonna match it.
I'm going to, actually, I would. I'm absolutely gonna match it. I will give you cash if you can take it, if you would take it. May I?
My assistant principal can take, I can't take any cash.
Yeah, I figured there might be something. I don't have a checkbook, but I would love to match it. And I also want to, I was just talking about it. You were making a joke, but I was talking about it beforehand. I'm like, can I give her cash? I don't know if I can. But I would love the city to get more involved in these fundraisers. This was something where a percentage of everything that Jabrowski's, which isn't even a Westlake business, but Jabrowski's took a portion of sales from a certain day, if you mentioned Westlake, and they wanted to support our schools. I want to see more participation from our residents. This check should have some extra zeros attached to it. Unfortunately, I can only match it. I can't add a bunch of zeros to it, but I do want to say thank you for everybody who did participate. I really want to give a shout out to Jabrowski's because I think that's incredible that they're supporting Westlake schools and schools in the Western communities. And with this $90, thank you so much. I
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
$90 whole folks.
Thank you. Go all the way
And thank you for everything that you have taken. All right, who can I give cash to? Is he assistant principal?
Mr. Iyer.
Come on. From the mayor's own pocket. Here you are. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your input. Yes.
Of course. All right.
And I'll just finish that off by saying, just be on the lookout for the next opportunity.
Yes, please. I want everybody being more involved. Let's go ahead and get our first responders up here. Let's get our deputies first. And we'll let them do their reports, so they can get out there and get back to protecting us and keeping us safe.
I don't know if I'll be able to do as good as Captain Sagan.
Shy.
I think that's. For the month of November, there was a total of 1,227 calls for service. 883 of those were self-initiated, 115 were traffic stops, and 229 were people, residents called in. So 81% of the 1,227 calls were self-initiated. Nothing major, of course, as usual. Couple business burglaries where they didn't even want to end up prosecuting for that.
What were they? Can you expand?
I think I'm covering. Had a generator stolen from the side. I think up to now prosecution. I think it was one of the businesses that's working on the business.
Oh, okay.
Contractor.
Contractor.
And there was another one at a house where the door was damaged, but they come to find out that it's a mine.
Some more construction stuff.
Yeah, just one of those. And there was some wooden pallets stolen from a construction site. Again, they weren't, they didn't want to prosecute. That was pretty much it for that. Now, my stats.
Yeah, let's talk about warnings versus ticketing.
I know you, she got a wish, there was a lot of warnings. So since October 1st.
No? Yeah.
Unless you remember, you wanted a lot of warnings?
Oh, you want a lot of warnings?
Yeah, she wanted them.
Well, it's for me coming to the party, so I'll say that.
So according to, since October 1st, I've done 150 traffic stops with 122 warnings, 12 citations, and everything else was reported.
Okay.
The majority of my stops were done between 6 a.m. Actually, hold on, get to my goals. 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. and then 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. during the week.
Any repeat offenders?
If they're a repeat offender, they got 12 tickets. Yeah.
On Seminole Pratt,
I'm sorry?
we predominantly on Seminole Pratt.
No, all of it. It's just hard to sit in certain areas throughout the city because everybody knows we're coming. You know, so they see the white explorer or solid weight. However, we're already gonna shoot. No, that's among islands. Persimmon, Center Park, things of that nature. Out of 80% of my traffic stops are in my second. So the majority of the side, Seminole Pratt is lots of actually information. Got even some people, from like Palm Beach Gardens, North Palm, because they come that way for work. They learned that Waze actually tells people to come south on Seminole Pratt, go into Westlake on Persimmon,
Oh,
come down Islands, and then back out to Seminole Pratt. And it's because of a school zone. So there's nothing we can go on.
all 80% are from outside?
No, 80% of Westlake residents.
Oh,
Also, the county did put a counter out there in front of the church, and then one across Seminole Pratt. But we did not get the findings on that yet, and find out anything from them yet. So
It's still out there?
no, they only put it out for a day, which I was disappointed in. Yes, I don't know what I haven't got with traffic, trying to figure it out, but they only put it out for a day. I mean, I ran over like 70 times that day, just so we can get a light. Because, it's still horrible, you know, I mean, I put the sign out there, I mean, I'll sit out, I live on the sit and turn,
People still.
and people still, I get the frustration, I truly do. And I wish there was more we could do, but our hands are tied, you know, when it comes to, because it's a counter. So.
Write your commissioner, folks.
I mean, we did have that Zoom meeting with the head of traffic, and like I said, he did put the counter out there, but I have no idea what the results are. So again, it was 80 cars an hour for 8 hours straight. Unless it's a school zone, it'll be 80 cars an hour.
That's what figures the light. That's the threshold.
No, that's what they need to put up in it. So I don't think that there's enough traffic in Water's Edge for 8 hours. I mean, now between like 6 a.m. and 8:30, 9 o'clock, you're getting a ton of them. But after that,
Links the rest of the time, it only works during those.
well, like the one by the school, I've also noticed that the number, or the lights, the way they sync are actually removed. So I'm trying to get somebody to come out, sit with me in the morning and show them, because between Persimmon and the entrance to the school, then that light where the bus loop is right there, we're all on.
Yeah.
I mean, all on. And, I know people, I can see the frustration on people's faces. I truly, truly can. And like I said, our hands are tied when it comes to that. I can't go into the box and change the lights or anything like that. And I know they have engineers and stuff to do things, but, that's what I've noticed. Like I said, I've sat out there for hours and just watched the lights and broke down times and stuff. And it's, something needs to be done, and, we're gonna get the traffic again when the captain gets back, and, hopefully come to some type of resolution.
Great.
All right?
Okay, anybody have any questions? No?
I haven't got any of you guys.
Thank you for all you do.
Thanks, guys.
Paul, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's get fire up here. You guys, that's doing what you need to do. Appreciate you being here.
Okay, so for the month of November, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue, we ran 60 calls in the city of Westlake. 34 were medical calls, 12 of them were various alarms, 9 vehicle accidents, 3 fires, 1 investigation, and 1 inter-facility transport. The dispatch handling time was 40 seconds, average turnout time of 53 seconds. Response time of travel was 5 minutes and 7 seconds, for a total response time of 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Please tell us who you are for the record.
Oh, sorry, Bidwell Cranage, battalion chief, filling in for Chief Romero today.
I have a quick question. Sure. It was either, all my days are merging together. It was either today or yesterday. I was on my way back from dropping my son off at school, so figure it was right around like 8:15 a.m. And so I'm coming down to Richogi, Station 21, and it passed me with his lights on. And then I actually followed it all the way into Westlake, and it went into the groves. Might have been this morning, I can't remember. Why would 21 get dispatched that and not 22?
If 22 was on another emergency and they were not called on, so that's a backfill. So what you would probably get would be the engine from 22 would get there first, provide care, and then the rescue would be coming from 21 or 26. So those are your backfill stations. So if this rescue goes, runs a call, they transport to Palms West, they transport to St. Mary's, then there's another rescue coming from a neighboring zone. Transport.
Amazing.
Awesome. Any other questions for fire?
Thank you for all you do.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, any other public comment cards?
No, they're public comment cards, Mayor.
Thanks. Consent agenda. This section of the agenda consists of routine or administrative items that require final approval by the city council and may be approved in its entirety by a single motion. There will be no discussion of these items unless a council member requests such, which event will come off the consent agenda and will be considered on a future agenda. Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Mayor, I'd like to request the November 4th minutes be pulled.
Okay, can I ask why?
Yeah, there's a sentence in there that I would like to see deleted. Page 7 of the minutes. You want to hear all of them?
Just, how does this work? Do we need to all move to have a poll or just take a poll?
You go by,
Any councilman?
right. We're not going to take up any action tonight or go on the future agenda. But you ask council members for an explanation.
Okay. Well, then that's good.
Well,
You are within your authority to have it pulled, whatever it may be. So if you want it pulled,
Yeah.
consider it pulled.
Thank you.
Can I have a motion to approve the agenda with that item pulled?
a motion to approve the consent agenda for the next of the special meeting, 10/27/2025, and the monthly financial report.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Gleason, second by Councilman Warner. Roll call. Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard. Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Warner.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
We have before us first reading ordinance 2025-08 DAR based comprehensive plan update. City Attorney, please read by title.
Ordinance by title only, an ordinance to City Council, City of Westlake, Florida, transmitting the air-based amendment to the City of Westlake, comprehensive plan of the state land planning agency, state coordinated review. Authorizing transmittal by the city to the state land planning agency and all other required governmental agencies or entities for their review of the proposed air-based amendment pursuant to section 163.3184, subparagraph 4, Florida statutes. Directing the appropriate city official to transmit the air-based amendment and supporting material to the state land planning agency, providing for severability, codification, and effective date.
We have a presentation by staff.
Yes. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council Member. I am Nilsa Zacharias, the planner for the City of Westlake. And as I mentioned during the LPA hearing, we, the team is elated to present to all of you and to the community of Westlake the updated comprehensive plan. We have a presentation for you, but before we go through the PowerPoint, I truly want to extend our appreciation. Thank you to each of you for facilitating those workshops. There were a number of them. There was a lot of material to read, to provide comments, and you did so. And we updated the comprehensive plan that is in front of you, captured all your comments. We also would like to extend our appreciation to Zoe Burgess. It has been a long process starting in April, and there is a lot of coordination meetings, things. Once we put together this workshop, we need to coordinate, we need to provide information, and we truly appreciate her teamwork spirit to basically make things happen. So thank you so much to her and to all of you. And now I Othniel will do a presentation.
For the record, I was in Leon, City of Planner for the City of Westlake. So it's to provide that the comprehensive plan must be updated for the statutes of 163. On April 1st, 2025, there was an information presentation to City Council following 3 workshops that encompassed the multiple elements that were discussed and reviewed and making sure that complies with all Florida statutes. Again, this is just a list of the workshops that were held. Was the first workshop that included administration, future land use, housing. On September 2nd, there was the capital improvement, transportation, infrastructure elements. On October 7th, the recreation, open space conservation, intergov, coordination of private property rights were reviewed. And today we're doing the first reading for transmittal. What is the comprehensive plan and why is it important? This is a requirement for Florida statute, chapter 163, the Florida Growth Act, which was adopted in 1985. All counties and municipalities are required to adopt a comprehensive plan and land development regulation. The Department of Commerce is the agency that governs the Florida's land planning agency responsible for the comprehensive plan encompasses the foundation, vision, and values of the City of Westlake. It needs to comply with Florida statutes. With the comprehensive plan, covers the land development regulations, land development covers the site plans. The strategic plan also includes the operating budget, the CIP programs and services, all of that under the City of Westlake Comprehensive Plan. Again, section 163. 7 years, it needs to the opportunity to assess the comprehensive plan, revised and updated plan. We have updated its comp plan to look at the 10 and 20-year plan horizons. Also, we looked at the vision, values, and changes in state legislation, trends and challenges, also all the changing conditions up to date. The original comprehensive plan for the city was about March 12, 2018. And this is the updated comp plan. As I was mentioning, this will update the entire comprehensive plan via ordinance 2025-08. On this slide is all the elements that have been updated and comply with Florida statutes. This comp plan also encompasses goals, objectives, and policies. And also there's a technical component that has the data analysis and the map series. The 2025 comp plan vision is to protect residential neighborhoods, provide a diversity of housing, promote a vibrant mixed-use district, support employment hubs, also embrace parks and open space areas. Next steps, following the transmittal hearing tonight, we will be transmitting to Florida Commerce and other agencies. Within 60 days, the city should receive an objection, recommendation, and comment report. If no objections, the comprehensive plan ordinance will come back before City Council for a second reading and adoption. That's my presentation. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to Melissa and staff for your one-on-one meetings, working with all of us during our workshops, but also the one-on-ones we can really get down. Thank you.
I second that. Any other comments from council? Let's open public comment. Do we have any public comments on our comp plan? Closing public comments. If there's no further discussion, I will love to entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve ordinance 2025-08.
Second.
I have a motion, Vice Mayor Langowski, second by Councilman Warner. Roll call. Councilwoman Leonard. Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Warner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
We have before us first reading ordinance 2025-09-2025, 10-year water supply facility work. City Attorney, please read by title.
Ordinance by title only, an ordinance to City Council, City of Westlake, Florida, amending the comprehensive plan to approve transmittal and subsequent adoption by reference an updated 10-year water supply facilities work plan as required by section 163.3177 Florida statutes, providing for the adoption of amendments to the city's comprehensive plan to implement the updated water supply facilities work plan, providing for adoption of updated policies within the comprehensive plan infrastructure element, providing for transmittal to Florida Commerce, and providing for the repeal of laws in conflict, providing for severability, codification, and providing for an effective date.
Staff comments.
No comments or just the only comment, this has been updated and reflected, approved by reference under the comprehensive plan that you researched.
Public comment.
No public comment cards, Mayor.
Public comments open. Anyone? No? Closing public comment. I will just simply add that approval was recommended by the LPA. This item. I would like to entertain a motion, please.
I move approval of ordinance number 2025-09 as proposed.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Warner, second by Councilman Gleason. Roll call. Vice Mayor Langowski,
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor,
Yes.
Councilman Warner,
Yeah.
Councilman Gleason,
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard. Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. We have before us first reading ordinance 2025-10, chapter 101 and chapter 111 zoning text amendments. Recreation indoor sport courts. City Attorney, please read by title only.
Ordinance by title only, ordinance to City Council, City of Westlake, Florida, amending the City of Westlake Code of Ordinance by amending Chapter 1 General Administrative Divisions to revise Section 101-1 definitions and acronyms to establish a definition for recreation indoor sport court, and amending Chapter 111 parking to revise Section 111-192 general provision, including amendments to Table 111-192 required off-street parking spaces to establish parking requirements for recreation indoor sport courts, provide for application, conflict, severability, and effective date.
Staff comments.
For the records and the city planner for the city of Westlake, this is a privately initiated text amendment to the parking calculations, introducing a new use for recreation indoor sport courts. Definition under chapter 101 that reads the proposed definition is only includes sport-based sports such as paddle, pickleball, volleyball, and tennis courts. Also, under chapter 111, parking section 11-192, the recreational indoor sport court has been introduced with 4 spaces per court plus 1 space per employee parking calculation. The applicant has supplied a list of municipalities that have a similar parking calculation. Staff have reviewed the documentation and have no objections to the proposed zoning text amendment, and local planning agency recommended for approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Arsenio. Open public hearing, start public comments.
No public comment cards, Mayor.
Close public hearing. The benefit of the public, basically in layman's terms, that there was no classification in our code for a sport court, and the amount of parking spaces that were being allotted weren't sufficient for the rest of the businesses that James Business Park wanted to bring in. So what they did, they created this text amendment where every single player, you can only play doubles, so 4 players per court. Everybody can bring their own car, if you're not separately, and 1 extra car per employee. In order to get a better calculation of parking for this specific business, and that frees up a bunch of parking for the rest of the businesses in the business park. Did I get that right? Okay, may I entertain a motion, please?
Make a motion.
Wait, sorry, do we have any discussion from the council?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No problem. I'm okay with the proposed amendment, but I do have one concern that might be way off into the future, hopefully. In the event that South Panel leaves that space, what would the parking requirements remaining for that space allow to go in there?
Good evening. For the record, Donaldson here tonight on behalf of the applicant. So if XL Paddle would leave that space, it actually would leave a fairly substantial amount of parking. So when we built the overall James Business Park and we planned for it, it was actually over parked as a distribution warehouse flex type of a building. And you do it specifically because in industrial space, it waxes and wanes with uses. So very, very specifically, I think in that particular space, which is about 46,000 square feet, we have 75 parking spaces. So it's about 1/4 of the overall building, actually less than 1/4 of the building. And so there's more than ample. For example, the next largest space, which is the same size, which is the e-commerce of the developer, Jamlin Supply, they actually only require, for their space, which is the exact same square footage, they're required 31 parking spaces, and we have 7 spaces to reallocate. So an ample plus the 21 spaces that are currently not used. So there's,
What's the general parking requirement for that type of use? Is it one for every 360?
for indoor entertainment, indoor recreation, it's one per 360, but most of the businesses in there are either industrial manufacturing or warehouse. Warehouse is one space per 2,400 square feet, plus one per 250 square feet of the office component that's inside that warehouse area. Or if it's industrial manufacturing, it's one space per 1,200 square feet. So there, again, these are large buildings, you know,
All right, so you got more than you need.
more than. But great question, and we appreciate you asking that. Thank you very much.
Any other questions or comments from council? May I have a motion, please?
Ordinance number 925.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Gleason, second by Councilman Warner. Roll call. Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Warner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard. Vice Mayor Langowski. Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you, and I want to thank James Business Park for bringing all these new and exciting businesses to our city, and for making the best to our city. I thank you.
You have one space left available to fill? How large is
Some
that?
right now, but yes.
21,000.
21,000 would make a nice city meeting place.
I think makes it. Again, thank you. We have before us resolution 2025-35, approving and authorizing the acting city manager to execute an engagement letter with Berger, Toon, Elon, James, and Frank for auditing services for year ending September 30th, 2025. Wow, they took on some new partners. Wasn't that many names on that last year. City manager or city attorney, could you please provide an update on this?
Thank you, Mayor. As mentioned, this is the annual engagement of services to audit the financial statements for the city, which it will comprise of governmental activities for each major fund for the year ending September 30th, 2025. Fees for services are based upon the value of services performed and the time required for the individuals assigned to the engagement, plus direct expenses. I do want to note that this has gone up $5,000, which is outside of the normal 5% increase, annual increase, which will setting the engagement to not to exceed $12,750.
Did they mention why the big fee increase?
The department.
I was gonna say, I think for all those extra offices.
As we're growing, it's additional time that's required. There's some additional state requirements that it's going to take additional time to audit our financials. So it's additional time that's needed.
I mean, I think the audit is so important. Do we have any open up for council discussion? Thank you for that update. City manager. Thanks.
One question, whether, do we want to bid for this? Is there a comparison?
This is a service that's provided by Infomark. However, it's something that in the future you all wish to do, you're well within your right to do so.
I didn't realize it was Infomark. It doesn't say that. It says, well, it's a whole different name.
No, well, it's not Infomark, it's not the provider.
Infomark is not a provider. This is one of the auditing firms that is being used by several of their districts, so we get the benefit of utilizing their services.
It seems to me I guess it's an Infomark issue. And to me, it would feel better for my position here on the council that when we have that kind of service coming from Infomark, that we have some comparison.
This is like, I guess we could call this a preferred vendor of Infomark. They're doing the auditing services for the other cities that they manage. I'm also in agreement. I mean, they've always done very good by us in the past. They've always provided
great service, so
Yeah, I'm not suggesting
Yeah.
otherwise.
I want to like, you know, I'm okay with who we've been using, but I still would love to see some extra additional, at least quotes to know, you know, that we're at least in the ballpark
Exactly.
uh, in the future. So maybe for next year, we can get a couple quotes on our own and then still decide to use again. Or not.
We could, and also when we received this engagement letter, I did look at some of the other cities. I will tell you that some of the other cities at this time, for example, Box Groves, they are upwards of over $20,000. So I will say that we are doing pretty well, at the cost that we're at. right now.
Well, fair enough. If I look at it objectively, Infomar handles our finances and our accounting. And here we're going to basically Infomar to audit their own work,
I would say this is Infomark auditing their own work. This is an independent contractor, that's servicing the city.
but related to Infomar.
I would say that.
Not only, if Marcus is one hiring them, we're not hiring them directly.
This Infomark man.
That being said, just for the purpose of being able to sleep at night, in terms of knowing that we're not overpaying or not underpaying, I don't think there would be any harm in just getting some extra quotes.
Absolutely, Mayor. That's something that can be done.
I think my vice mayor has to come.
So, city manager, I think, speak about this. We're going 10 years in the same term. And I also brought up the idea of having an RFP put out for this. But that would most likely come from the city manager
Right.
side of that. So right now, we would have to do it this coming year, probably August, deciding to go out for bid.
Yeah, no, I'm not suggesting we go out for bid for this one. I'm suggesting we go out for bid for the next one.
Yes. Oh, yeah, this,
Yeah, we need to get, we need to get the audit done. It's
Yeah.
a little late in the game. But for the
Like
future,
the consensus, it's the goods.
yeah, let's get some, let's, yeah, get some bids and Burger can be one of those. Burger Tunes and their 12 new fires.
and I did do research for Florida, small cities with simple audits, the average is 5,000 Florida. So full 7 is not there.
Did you say 2 to 25,000?
2,000,
2029. Okay.
the largest city is 30.
What we're,
Right, so the only remaining concern I have is it an arm's length analysis that they're doing?
well, what we're probably benefiting from is them not wanting to completely double our rate and keeping it, you know, as a graceful increase throughout the years, which is probably with this $5,000. Because we're growing a lot. I mean,
Yeah, right.
tripled in size in the last 4 years versus they're not going to quadruple their contract.
Right.
They're gonna Be upset. at it. So it's one of those things that probably really benefiting from using them. But again, it wouldn't hurt to have some extra quotes, just know that.
Right. I agree.
That being said, do we have any other comments? No. Have, is this just that directive?
No, so it's resolution.
Is it resolution? You're okay.
Resolution, City Council, City of Westlake,
Yep, so
Florida.
I need a motion to approve the resolution. Adopt it.
Approving and authorizing the acting city manager to execute the engagement letter referred to City Line Gates Frank for professional audit services, private conflict, servability, and effectiveness. No move approval of resolution 2025-35 as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Councilman Gleason. Roll call. Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard. Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
We have before us resolution 2025-36, education advisory board's consideration and appointment of one alternate member. City attorney, please read by title only.
Resolution by title only, resolution City Council, City of Westlake, Florida, appointing one alternate member to serve on the Education Advisory Board, provide for conflict, severability, and effective date.
Madam Clerk? For council manager?
Yeah.
Per city ordinance, the Education Advisory Board should consist of 5 regular members and 1 alternate member. All appointments to the Education Advisory Board shall be for a 1-year period. expiring on the following April 30th. There currently remains one vacant position on the advisory board. And before you have the application of Chad Levitt, who I believe is in the audience today.
Please. Okay. On behalf of the Education Advisory Board. We met November 6th. Mr. Levitt did attend that meeting. I have met with him now twice. Also, Chair Kaplan is before this, because we talked about something I'll talk about during later on in the meeting. But he has been present. That's looking forward to serving.
Great. Council discussion? No, need a motion? Let's get this to on board.
Make approval of resolution 2025-36 with the insertion of Chad Lovett name in that resolution as appropriate. And as presented.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Vice Mayor Langowski. Roll call. Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard. Vice Mayor Langowski. Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Yes. We have before us an interlocal agreement between the Seminole Improvement District and the city of Westlake for field service support. Madam City Manager, please provide us with an update.
The city of Westlake seeks to enter into an interlocal agreement with Seminole Improvement District to utilize said personnel during city special events. Said personnel provide services pre-event, day of event, and post-event, ranging from coordination of deliveries, road closures, and the oversight of cleanup. So before you have that interlocal agreement, it is still in review stages with legal. I have asked the Improvement District to provide us with the actual cost of an exhibit to identify what the actual hourly rate is of those said employees.
So do we not know what it is yet?
They have not provided it at this time.
She's not.
But I do know that it was discussed at the meeting yesterday, so I hope to see something soon.
We'll hold it over.
Well, the thing is, we need it for the second. That's the issue. This is basically, I mean, for the benefit of the public and anyone who doesn't really understand, this is one of those Ken Castle wearing both hats issues where he sent over some city employees to help with our city preparation of our city pop-up events. Now, there's two separate managing directors, one for Sid and one for the city. They're kind of digging their feet in and saying, we're not just going to send over those employees, you have to pay us, which is completely understandable. We still need the support. And we should have a formal agreement, just as if we were offering support. Similar.
Don't we have a $20,000 credit with them?
I don't know, do we?
Yeah, it's not, so before we start,
So,
we paid for it. It's an interim comparison.
so maybe for this specific item, we can table and just deduct it from their credit. I don't know, how does that work?
I could discuss with the district manager, to see if there's any options.
I mean, they did say they were gonna pay for it. You recall. So,
But do we? Seven.
So,
Yeah, we need the ILA approved for seven.
we need interlocal agreement.
Right.
Just,
You would, Mayor, members of the council, approve it subject to the approval of the acting city manager and subject to acceptance of legal form by the city attorney.
I like that, what you said. Can we entertain a motion to approve it subject to city manager's final approval based on cost, et cetera, and legal sufficiency by our city attorney?
In the $20,000 credit.
Let's second. But we should definitely take that.
and I want to sit final version.
Yeah, I think we all, but I still need that motion. We need a second. So moved by Vice Mayor Langowski.
I have a motion by Vice Mayor Langowski, second by Councilwoman Leonard. Roll call. Councilwoman Leonard. Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason. Motion carries 5-0.
Wonderful. Council comments. Councilwoman Leonard, you're up first.
Hi, good evening. I just have one question regarding our trip to Tallahassee next month. Will we be presenting or preparing a presentation to discuss with our lawmakers? And if so, how does that happen? That's one question. And maybe you don't have the answer tonight, but for preparation purposes, we might need to start preparing that document so that we will know what we're.
So I'm gonna be completely candid. Palm Beach County Days is really not the time. Our legislators. It's the first day of session. We might get 5 minutes with them, 10 minutes. I think it's important that we take moments in their office, that they see us, but you're not really gonna get any real legislature, delegating, advocacy done at that time. We have great opportunities here. They all have local offices. I personally am in that way, seeing working for the city. We should, that's the point where we're all together, we're in the office and saying hello, I mean that, but we're not gonna get any real helps that day. It's first day session, it's a nightmare, we've got 5 minutes for every people. But we should be organized in the sense of getting on the calendar.
She can always.
Yeah.
Well, I think we talked at last year is that we would have a handout that we would give them in advance of us getting there so that they would know that the city of Westlake has this topic, issue, concern, requests.
Yeah.
They can review it, like you said, when we get there, we know we got 5 minutes to kind of say, hey, this is us, and I don't know, what.
But last year we did have a handout. I was able to present it to our representatives in both houses. And they were very accommodating for that moment.
Right.
They didn't know they were going to be coming up against what they did with government.
Correct.
But I agree with Councilwoman Leonard. We should have a handout at least. And of course, make a concerted effort to meet and talk with them about this and any other issues we have.
Absolutely. The clerk usually handle getting on the schedule.
I can work with the clerk in preparing a one-page handout for our council.
If you face any adversity with either of our senator or our Senator Weinberger staff, let me know.
Thank you.
Happy holidays to the council, mayor, ex-mayor, and to all of you.
Councilman Gleason.
I'll start off by congratulating the mayor and vice mayor on their new terms that are coming up.
Congratulations to you, sir.
Forward to working with everyone. Excellent job. They're very cohesive, so I look forward to the next 4 years, 4.5 years. With that, I want to wish everyone in the audience and everyone in the city a happy holiday along with workers up here and staff. And all up.
With your leadership. Councilman Warner.
Thank you, Mayor. I have a few items. Number one, I would like to request the council's support in having our city manager look into the establishment of a finance committee made up of residents, someone, a group committee that would be able to review on a monthly basis our receivables and payable. My concern is, as I alluded earlier, Infomart handles all of our stuff. We don't have any really connection to that other than they come back to us with reports. That's it. We don't have access to the receivables or the payables. So I'd like to have the city manager see what the logistics would be to put something like that together. Second request, I would like to see the city council conduct a review of our development code to update it for the purpose of cleaning up internal contradictions and conflicts, similar to what we recently experienced with cabinet signs, but the whole ordinance has many more similar contradictions. And also brings up the issue, when we would go through the code, do we want cabinet signs? Do we like them? The reason I believe they are prohibited is because of aesthetics. So someone thought initially that the aesthetics of a cabinet sign is not what they would like to see in Westlake. So I'd like to make sure that as we go through the code, the council, there's a unanimity amongst the council as to the various regulations that we have. Third, Mr. Castle sent out an RFP, request for proposal several months ago for city office space. I don't know what's ever happened to that. While he was still here, he said he didn't get any replies. Not sure where it sits today, but we do have some space available in some of our industrial locations. And it would seem to me that if we aren't able to attract an approved development that has space, we can at least take a look at what's available out there today. So that we know, we heard earlier, there's a space, I think it said 21,000 square feet, which is quite a bit.
I have been excited, I have to know that space isn't actually,
I was talking to the representative yesterday, and she said they're looking at 2 possible leases. So it's still not set.
not set in stone, right?
Right. So,
Councilman, I think on our updates next week, it said that there was no response to the RFP from the local business.
agreed. I said that.
Okay.
I said that he told us that there weren't any responses. Yet there's still an issue there, and I believe the council previously indicated its desire to pursue that. So I was looking for support, this, finance committee, code update, and meeting space. And besides that, happy holiday and happy new year to the council. And maybe the council will support me on happy new year for everyone.
Happy New Year, Fred.
But I still have those 3 requests and I'll continue to make them.
So just for clarification, are we able to encourage a business owner to give us space, or do they need to submit that RFP? Is that
The response, they need to
right?
respond.
I just want to make sure.
No, we can go out there and we can look and see what's available and negotiate if that's something we want.
Doesn't have to be, we can go out and in the city.
In the state ordinance.
Yeah. No, the way
Okay.
it feels sometimes.
I'm okay with looking at the logistics of finance committee. I'm okay with revisiting the RFP. I'm waiting to advertising it better. Because
Looking for the space
Can
for
we
us.
also re-engage Mindo because there was a discussion prior to Mr. Castle leaving about land being transferred to us.
yes, we can re-engage Minto on that.
Well, that's an ongoing, that was a request and the city manager, the acting city manager has updated us and said that she still hasn't heard.
Well, that's why I'm asking you to re-engage.
Yeah.
Because I know they're coming to us with a few things in the near future, Walmart and stuff like that, so maybe I don't want to lose sight of it.
Right.
Very good. Okay, and then what was the third thing?
The code, development code update?
Do you have a list of the inconsistencies?
No, but I can go on together.
Let's see.
All right.
Let's see the list of inconsistencies.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. And Vice Mayor, what do you got for us?
Couple things. During our last education advisory board meeting on the 6th of November, the board discussed having, Mr. Lovett at that time was also doing a presentation to the committee as far as having a Westlake night at Roger Dean Stadium where he works. And this would be they came down with a date of April 18th, but it's something that I need to bring before the council. Because they're already with the city council, but this would be a spirit night, fundraising night, the city of Westlake night. In the stadium, prices are, hot dog and hamburger, hot dog and chips. And the game, we'll have opportunities for our students, some of the to come out with a bunch of band, color guard, those things to come out. Something we'll look throughout the first pitch. It's an option that we have, but we're looking at April 18th if the council would be open to that. So,
I love it. I'll only mention that it is Good Friday. Put in the calendar. Yeah.
Let's go back and do that again. Okay. Scrap that. We'll come back. Okay. All these lines in the room, we didn't even see that. Okay, 2 seconds, folks. The second thing is, our city clerk to put in front of you a document for a recap of the National City Summit, which I attended. And in my capacity, I also serve on the board of directors for the National League, the Legislative Committee, the Small Cities Council, the Council on Youth Education and Families. I just want to present a recap of that meeting with the summit. It's too long to read, but you have it in documentation. It was 3,500 municipal officials from around the country. Big focus on AI, affordable housing, of course, infrastructure, building civility. One takeaway that I wanted to ask about is municipalities adopting formal travel policies to ensure transparency, consistency, and alignment with our city goals. And I wasn't sure if we actually had one of those.
We do not. We have just a simple policy that identifies the reimbursements for per diem.
If we could maybe have the yourself and your legal together and look at that.
Absolutely.
You would like us to bring back a proposed travel policy?
I would.
Wait, say that again?
What is?
Hold on, yeah, please.
So the travel policy, it's just that it's aligning with what we're doing, with the Palm Beach County League of Cities, Florida League of Cities, National League of Cities, travel, that it's meeting within the guidelines of travel. And that's just to safeguard.
What's the guidelines of travel?
Well, that's something, so a lot of municipalities do have it in Florida. And it's just to help protect the city itself.
Most cities have. And
So is it how you travel? Is it you don't travel
It's
together? Like,
$200 per diem, where it's $10 for breakfast. It's all that.
like a policy?
Right.
But
Yeah, we have $10 for breakfast, $14 for lunch, and $20. So
use a static policy on in terms of pricing or variable based on the SMSA?
I guess I would need more information. If it's just like a regular best practices type thing, that'll.
It's not good. It's like, oh, you want to drive 30 miles. It would secretly.
But driving versus flying or training or whatever.
If you're open, you can do it. Almost all you want.
Yeah, let's see.
No.
But the next group, right?
That's it for me. And alcohol.
So did we ask the request a proposal to come back from the attorney? City
I guess to look into.
Go look at.
Let's look into pros, cons, and checks. I will simply say, I trust everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I certainly did. Coming up is our holiday pop-up on December 7th. Right, 7th? What time?
12.
Well,
December 7th, noon, and it's in a new space, not the usual space. So head to the website, with a little map or directions of the new space we're having the pop up. It's going to be closer to Skyco 7.
Notification on that table too.
And there's notification on the back table, holiday pop up, be there. We got like 80 wonderful vendors, and there's like a snow globe, take pictures in the falling snow, and all this exciting stuff. So please, I'm gonna see everybody there.
will not see you before Christmas officially or holidays. So happy Hanukkah and holidays and Christmas, my wonderful council. And with that, I will ask for staff reports. We already did first responders. Let's move on to the city attorney.
Nothing to report other than to wish you, mayor, and members of the council, a very happy holiday season, the very best in the coming.
Madam City Manager.
Everyone knows, the election for 2026 will not occur. There's 3 seats that were up for reelection: seat 2, Councilman Gleason, Vice Mayor Langowski, seat 4, and the mayor's seat. They will run unopposed. So there will not be a March 2026 municipal election. Just a quick update on the city manager position. The position closed last Monday, November 24th. A total of 19 applications were received. All applications have been provided to the senior advisors who will be reviewing those. We are on schedule with the recruitment process. There will be a public review of those applications. We were looking at December 11th, but we're waiting on final confirmation for that date. During this process, the advisors will ensure the short list of applicants that will be presented to council have met all required requirements that you all provided and outlined. I do anticipate a short list will be presented to you all in January.
Just to interrupt quickly, when you say these senior advisors, we're talking about the ones from FCCMA. FCCMA.
And what's the December 11th date?
We're still working on that date. That's going to be a date when they're going to publicly review all of the applicants.
You mean like the interviews?
No, they're going to review applications and
Oh,
then,
they're gonna get, the committee will get together.
correct,
Okay.
This is in public,
will be a public review, yes.
and that's the 11th?
We're hoping for the 11th, but we're still trying to confirm the date. It will be publicly noticed.
That be done here?
No, it's going to be done in town hall.
And
City,
when?
city offices.
Since the office. Got it.
It will be recorded.
Yes, it will.
And
And on video, joined by WebEx to listening.
Good. And this is going to be the senior advisors from the FCCMA.
Correct.
Okay. Great.
And they're gonna just review the resume and talk amongst themselves, is that what it is?
Yes,
We'll bring us a short list.
No, I understand the goal.
yes.
They're not gonna see the candidates themselves.
No,
Okay.
that will be left up to council at sometime about end of January, early February. We hope at some point we'll set the one-on-one individual round robin of with the game.
Okay.
Good. Anything else for us, Madam City Manager?
Yes, so I just want to give you a business update. I just want to say welcome to the new businesses that have made Westlake home. There have been 28 total businesses that came online this fiscal year that included brick and mortar as well as home businesses. And within the last month, we welcomed Fifth Third Bank, Carmela's Coffee, and we look forward to seeing Westlake Veterinary Urgent Care and Chicken Salad Chicken coming online soon. There were a total of 104 permits issued last month and a total of 24 COs that were issued. And then lastly, I just wanted to also mention about the Happy Program. To date, there are 13 applicants for that position. I've started pulling those applications to begin review and interviews, and upon council's request, I will bring the top candidates back to council for further review.
Wonderful. Thank you.
question.
Please.
I've been thinking about the Happy Program, you know, they're not under our purview, but under the city manager. Do they even need to come back to us, get the city manager to do that hiring?
I would love
They're not
to.
under-
No, I think that they should report directly to the city.
I wouldn't mind that if Friday we do a tax. Like
And
here,
we-
get these people in process.
And we should not, put our hand on the scale. They're completely under the city manager purview, but I would like to see the short list of the applicants, personal. This is,
Shortlist to see them, or do you want to actually vote on?
I want at least my opinion to be known, considered.
I have a different opinion because it's an Inframark employee. I would like to see the council decide out of the candidates who the council feels is best qualified.
I'm good with that, even more so.
I'm fine with it. I mean, it's just, we're a council manager for our government, and our only employee is theoretically, the city manager is the only person that's capable of us. So I'm just throwing that out. It's a fine line.
It's our job to create policy. It's our will that created this position. I think it's not absurd that we're the ones who fill it. They're completely under the control of city manager. City answer solely to the city manager. That's
Respectfully, you can review if you want, but the final decision will be your city.
So we would be making the recommendation.
Yes, sir.
That's fair. That's why I said at least I want my opinion to be. And hopefully have some weight. But thank you for that clarification. Cool. Anything else for us, madam?
No further comments, thank you.
Let's open up for public comment. This section of the agenda allows comments from the public to speak. Comment, a public comment card should be completed and returned to the city clerk. When you are called to speak, please go to the podium and privately address the council, state your name and address for the record. All public comments will be noted and may receive a response. If necessary, any follow-up will be handled by staff at the time. Do we have any public comment cards?
No public comment cards, Mayor.
Anybody in the audience want to make public comment before I adjourn? Please, state your name and address for the record. Thank you very much.
Coincidentally, I do. Alicia Torres, 5847 Whippoorwill Circle. I just had a comment about, getting the city's council space or city space, to meet at instead of here. I contacted the real estate agent, supposedly that it has her finger on the pulse of the commercial here in Westlake, and she had no idea there was an RFP out for this. So I'm afraid that it's two ships in the night, that that's not how it really works. That said, I do know that there's that space to the left of Aldi that used to be the liquor store. I don't know if they have a tenant or not, but it does seem like it could be a good space, for it to serve our purposes.
6,000.
Close, yeah, something exactly. And then the second thing I wanted to mention is that, I don't know how to put this tactfully, but like the pedestrians around here do not know how to pedestrian. And so, I grew up in a little city, a university city, and my elementary school, we had all had tons of clinics and courses in school that taught us, how to press the button, how to look and wave at the drivers, so you're crossing, to wear your knee pads, all that nerdy stuff. And so I wondered if there is some kind of way we could workshop, maybe with PBSO or something, a clinic that kind of, it's for scooters, it's for walkers, it's for bicyclists, but just to let them know what signals they're supposed to be obeying, what lanes they're supposed to be in, what paths they're supposed to be using. Not to assume that because you can see a car, that the driver of that car can see you. To wear lighting, lit up stuff at night because it is so dark out here, that kind of thing. I don't know. It just seems like.
Do you think people would sign up to take the clinic?
What?
Do you think people would sign up to take the clinic?
I mean, I hope parents care about the safety of their children out there. So I would hope that, yeah, you would. I mean, I'm a nerd, so I would love something like that. I'm not sure anyone else.
Deputy Heckler, does PBSO have some kind of community engagement arm that might offer some kind of, to be a good pedestrian clinic? All right, chew on it and come back and let me know.
There's an effort underway right now. That the COP
Is on control.
right, is trying to put together what he calls a bicycle rodeo, which would be for the purpose of young kids to learn the traffic signals, the sign, proper etiquette on the road, on the sidewalk, etc. He's trying to put it together. He was considering working it out with one of our city events, but apparently that hasn't yet materialized. But I know he's working with PBSO. PBSO will provide helmets. That's what John told me. And maybe other safety gear for those participants. But at this point, it's not formalized. He's still working on the plan.
I have a meeting with him on the ninth. I wonder if that-
Bring it up.
wonder if that's what he's gonna ask about, so. Okay, well, there's a possible citizens on patrol movement to teach bicyclists how to bicycle. Okay. Any other public comments before I adjourn? At 7:09 PM? No? Adjourn. 7:09. Well, we've been